This is a video of this remote control motorcycle that I modified. This is a toy grade motorcycle that I found at Walmart. This is an Adventure Force brand motorcycle. It's a 1/6 scale motorcycle. It's a Ducati 1299 Panigale S, and it looks pretty nice. Again, when I first saw this at Walmart, I kind of wondered if it was any good, because before this motorcycle, the only remote control motorcycle I had was this little Allegro motorcycle. So it was pretty small, but it actually worked really well. So I was curious, so I YouTubed Adventure Force motorcycle, but the only video I found was about this Adventure Force motocross. This is a smaller motorcycle compared to this one. Getting 6 scale. This one it's probably about a 12 scale, but this one actually performs really well. It's got a front and rear suspension. Runs off 4 AAA batteries, but when you get it going, it's pretty fast for a toy grade. And when you turn, it leans in the turns for turning, so it acts like a normal motorcycle. So I had hoped that this one would perform similar, but actually it was terrible out of the box. It looks really good. You know, it's really nicely styled. It's got built-in front headlights. It's got these nice rubber wheels to it, and it looks very scale and authentic to the original motorcycle. But it performed terrible. It went so slow, it never really gets up on 2 wheels. It needed its little stabilizing wheels to keep it upright. And when you turn it, you know, normally when a motorcycle turns to the right, it leans right. Well, when you turn it to the right, this would actually lean to the outside. But it couldn't lean much because of those stabilizing wheels. So it actually leaned to the left and would turn right, and it was pretty slow and just really not a whole lot of fun. But I didn't necessarily buy this to keep it stock. I like to modify toy grade RCs to perform better, kind of similar to this Rastar Mustang. I modified this to perform better. I've got running videos of this car. So that was my real intention, is to modify this. So a quick overview of what I've done is normally I go ahead and I take out all the old electronics and put in new stuff. So the ESC receiver is from a WL Toys 1/28 or 1/24 scale RC. It's a ESC receiver combo. Runs off a 2S LiPo battery. I've got a micro servo working the steering, and then a 370 size brush motor to power the wheel. And I did replace the pinion with a larger pinion gear to give it more speed. The gearbox itself it's not chain driven. This is just molded plastic, but there's actually a series of gears in here to drive the rear wheel. So I had to modify the gearbox a little bit to get the motor and the gears to kind of mesh together. I hollowed out the interior of the bike in order to fit the ESC and the battery. I did add my own lights to it. It said it had built-in light buckets, but I put in my own RC lights in the front, and then I added some in the rear. There are no rear light buckets, so it just kind of glows through the plastic. But at night, or in low light conditions, you can see it pretty good. And the other modification I did was made its own stabilizer bars for the turning, so it doesn't completely flop over. And I fabricated these using the metal part is a landscaping stake that you put into landscaping fabric, and it would look about the perfect size for it, and they're nice and firm. But they scraped along the ground pretty good, so I ended up putting a little wheel on here. I just drilled some holes in the body to get them to fit in there and stay, so they're stable. So that's pretty much the overview of what I did to modify it. The trickiest part of the modification for me was the steering, because steering on these motorcycles is kind of the opposite of what steering on my cars are. You know, on the car you want the front wheel to be firm when you're going straight, to keep it straight, and then of course turn left and right, turn to the right to turn right, turn left to turn left. Whereas on these RC motorcycles, it's kind of the opposite. When you're going straight, that front wheel is loose, but that's to help keep it upright. So if there's a slight variation as this wheel being loose actually keeps it stable, which is kind of the opposite of a car. And then to turn it, when you want to turn right, the wheel actually turns to the left. So when you turn right, it'll actually kick the front wheel left. And what that does is it causes the motorcycle to lean to the right. And as it leans to the right, this wheel will actually turn right because of it's being loose in there. And then that helps the motorcycle complete its turn. And then as you power out of it, the gyroscopic effect of the momentum will make the motorcycle return to the upright position. So that was the trickiest part of this, is trying to engineer this front wheel to work that same way. So that's a quick overview of how I modified this. I will have a running video of it soon, as it's been raining, so the ground is wet. So as soon as it dries up, I'll get this running. It actually probably goes about 15 to 20 miles an hour. That'd be my estimation. Did take quite a few refinements to get this to work right, but I think I've got it to the point of where it works well. The only other future modification I may do to it is I might add a brushless motor in here, see if I can get some more speed out of it. Again, it's a 370 size brush motor, but the comparable brushless size is a 2430 size motor. So I hope to have a video of this running soon. I'll probably make a video of this little motorcycle because it's actually pretty good in stock form. I really don't think I need to do any modifications to it. I do have a video of this car running in modified form, and this is in stock form. This actually works really well, so I do have a video of this running as well. So feel free to check out my channel for those videos and others I've done. And thanks for watching.